Hello everybody, welcome to the Tube. A lot is going on. Here's our lineup. Citizens of San Francisco reject anti-AirBNB legislation proposal. Ashton Kutcher, actor and VC genius, backs Israeli startup Moovit. The big film studios claim responsibility for Popcorn Time shutdown. Project Tango app contests end with some very impressive winners. And Starship aims to unleash delivery robots next year. All the tech you can eat. Bon appetit! The eyes of the entire shared economy world were turned to San Francisco yesterday as citizens of the world's leading startup city voted on Proposition F. That's a bill set to limit Airbnb's activity within the city's limits. The proposed bill, defeated by a 55-45 divide, sought to restrict homeowners by letting them rent their property via the service for only 75 nights a year. With roughly 8,000 hosts in San Francisco, Airbnb is blamed by supporters of the bill in contributing to the city's growing real estate problem. Airbnb, whose headquarters are based in the city, invested $8 million in the campaign to stop the proposition. Had they lost, it would have been a real blow to their brand. But they won. Here's a video they made about San Francisco and more peaceful times.
I pretty much use Airbnb for everything now. I come out here to San Francisco quite often now, and I only stay with Airbnb.
Airbnb has allowed me to travel the way I want to travel.
It's the best way to check out the neighborhoods and find places in town.
I initially chose Airbnb mostly because of the local company, San Francisco company, which I liked. Then when we started using Airbnb, it was really easy to use.
I think it's really a win-win. It saves the guests money, and this kind of fills in the gaps where we need the income.
Big house with lots of empty bedrooms, and we thought it would be interesting to fill them up with people.
I tell all my various guests where to go, where to eat, where to hear music.
Does everybody know that Ashton Kutcher is not just a movie star but also a really talented venture capitalist? Well, everybody should. Together with Madonna's manager, Guy Ozeri, he is now betting his talent on Moovit, one of Israel's most promising startups and a groundbreaking app for public transport. Kutcher, who we saw last as he played Steve Jobs in the much criticized 2013 biopic about the life of the Apple guru, that's now on your screen, is investing $2.5 million in Moovit via his new VC Sound Ventures. This would not be the first Israeli startup he invests in, having previously backed startups such as Mobileye and Waze. In the past, Kutcher's sharp senses have made him an early investor in Spotify, Airbnb, Shazam, and many, many more. Good on him, good on Moovit. We can't even remember if Project Tango is still part of Google or not part of its new mother corporation Alphabet, but it sure does storm on with its brilliant technology. Project Tango is, well, basically a tablet equipped with sensors and cameras that make into a mean 3D mapping machine, which makes it a perfect tool for many augmented reality projects and fantasies. An app competition among independent developers was held by Project Tango during the last week, and yesterday the winners were declared, among which a few promising game concepts and, above all, Dot Product, an impressive handheld 3D imaging device for industrial uses. Check the future out.
I spent nearly every waking moment I had scouring the earth looking for 3D capture technologies and hardware and software to bring back to the conference.
When new technologies become available to us as a software company, we're obviously very excited, and fortunately for us, that evolution is happening very, very fast right now.
We've been able to take these very powerful tablets, these sensors, put them together, write some very special code, and get engineering grade data from them. That's the magic. So the first time I saw this was in my kitchen. There were a couple of things that just jumped out at me. We could get real-time feedback about the quality of the data we were collecting. The second thing is we finished to collect, and then we registered the data on the spot. This seemed like just a huge breakthrough to me, to be able to do it on the spot in the field.
Remember how we talked last week about the demise of Popcorn Time, the extremely popular service for pirated streaming of movies and TV series? Well, the MPAA now claims responsibility for killing it. The Motion Picture Association of America, that's MPAA, says lawsuits filed in Canada and New Zealand by the big movie studios against operators of Popcorn Time services triggered the sudden departure of many developers, bringing the service to a shutdown. The movie and music industry won't ever win the war on piracy, but they do win some battles, and Popcorn Time was a great target. The service made watching illegally obtained movies and TV shows incredibly simple, and the MPAA has aggressively gone after the service for the past year. Well, that's put the result at Movie Industry 1, Pirates 357. Just yesterday, we discussed Google plans to launch a commercial drone delivery service by 2017, and just last week, we discussed about an Israeli designer's concept for small self-driving delivery robots, and voila, autonomous delivery robots are coming. Starship Technologies, a startup funded by Skype co-founders IT Helena and Janus Fries, vows to bring these little delivery wonders to, well, some city streets by 2016. The idea is that the deliveries will be sent to a central hub from which the 6-wheeled electric-powered self-driving robots, outfitted with a hollow center and a lockable carrying case, will make deliveries to customers' homes in 5 to 30 minutes. Eat dust, drones! Okay. Yeah, it's like Adele's video. Anyway, this cute thing won't last 5 minutes in the mean streets of Tel Aviv. And now let's rock with the master of crowdfunding and the king of publishing, Didi Hanoch. Yes, good evening, Didi.
Good evening, Jason.
So many projects tonight. Let's start with the first one.
Okay, our first project is one for the smartphone users among us, which are me. And it's a strap for the Pebble watch that charges it. Let's take a look.
Let's take a look.
We discovered a new material. It overcomes the limitation of the traditional solar modules. Traditional solar modules are good with direct sunlight, but when the sunlight angle shifts, most of the sunlight is reflected. How is Ripple different? Ripple also performs best with direct sunlight. However, when the light angle changes, Ripple can still maintain excellent light absorbency up to 160 degrees. So that's how Ripple can be so efficient at charging your watch. We have spent a tremendous amount of time and care in developing Ripple. We really hope you will like it.
But I want to see the thing itself, not an animation of it, because I imagine it might be kind of bulky and uncomfortable.
Well, there are pictures on the Kickstarter. It's, you know, it's not the smallest or slimmest of watch straps, but it's not huge. I guess the people who are going to buy it are going to actually know what it feels like. You know, that's the beauty and the curse of Kickstarter projects.
Yeah, but you know, we had a lot of discussion here on the tube with smartwatches and their miss in fashionable or stylish. Yeah. Where is that in this category?
Well, some people might think it looks good. I don't think it looks great, but you know, they're looking a lot better, the watches nowadays. This one is for the Pebble Time, which is the newer Pebble, which is a lot smaller and a lot sleeker, and Apple have sold a lot of iWatches, so this is a real market now. You know, it's not just we're interested because it's a wearable.
But it looks to me like a real technology. So why going only with Pebble?
I think this is a trial run. You know, they know Pebble users are Kickstarter users, are crowdfunders. So, you know, it's a nice group to try your technology on.
Okay, so if it works well, we might put it around our phones as well at some point, and it will charge them.
That would be nice.
That would be nice, especially here in sunny Israel.
Yes.
Move on to the second project.
Okay, our second project is a light. It's a little flashlight that you power with the power of your hand.
Okay, let's take a look.
No buttons, no batteries. Just touch it, and heat of your hand will be converted into a light. Lumen is a body heat-powered flashlight. Heart of the device is tag, units that convert heat into electric current. Excessive energy is stored into a supercapacitor, and voltage converter boosts it up into a usable range. Yeah, this tiny flashlight is not among the most powerful flashlights on the market, but it will easily solve most of everyday tasks.
It kind of looks like a parody, Didi. Like a joke.
Yes, but it isn't.
But is it self-aware, though?
No, sometimes people are not the great at making videos.
Okay.
But the product itself is kind of cool.
What is it?
It's a flashlight that is powered by body heat.
Okay.
We've got a little theme of charging and power today.
Okay.
And this is a thing that you can use that is not dependent on batteries.
Yeah, but what? I mean, people don't use so much a flashlight, and when they do, I mean, they can have a battery with it. No?
Well, what?
It sounds like a niche market. That's what I want to say.
It's less of a niche market and more of a proof of concept for the technology. It's a little bit like the first one in that the more we can use stuff like body heat and our own momentum and energy that we create to power stuff, that'll be good because it's green and it saves power. And what if you're stuck on a desert island?
What if you're stuck on a desert island? And he asked for $5,000?
Yes, and they're doing quite well. They've got well over $100,000.
Really?
People want this flashlight.
Okay, world, I give up. Let's move on to the third project.
Okay, our third project. Now that one it might be considered a parody one, because this is a belt that charges your phone.
Okay, let's take a look.
Introducing the IonTech Belt, a radically new way to power your life. A wearable technology charging accessory built into the thing you already wear around your waist every day, instead of just another device that you have to remember to carry with you.
With 3,000 milliamp hours of extra charge available anytime, anywhere, you'll never miss that important call, lose a chance to beat your high score on Candy Crush, or be unable to use your GPS when you need it most. We've gone through literally hundreds of design iterations to arrive at a product that is incredibly user-friendly, that is completely safe to wear, and that is of the highest quality.
Wow, you'll never miss this important call. You'll never miss it.
Listen, with today, one of the biggest problems with smartphones is that as wonderful as they are, they don't last a day in a lot of cases.
No, they don't.
So any kind of product that allows me to keep going is useful. This is a little ridiculous of a project, the idea of charging from your belt is weird.
I think it's a thing of a mentality, though. Do you usually wear belts?
I do.
You do?
I do. I'm a belt wearer.
Okay, so what doesn't make sense here?
Plugging something to my belt. Well, the idea of here's my belt. The idea of plugging something into it just seems weird.
I don't know if someone would have bought it for me as a present. I would have said, "Oh, useful."
Okay.
That's me. But if we'll sum up the three projects, I think we have become a little bit power obsessed.
I don't think we're power obsessed. I think power is super important now, and especially alternative means to power are super important now. The more we've gotten used to fossil fuels and their various derivatives, or in our cases, gas. We need alternatives, and two of our three projects today are about that. Are about getting us the power we need. Without, ruining the planet.
Okay, I will question the word need. But okay, thank you very much, Didi.
Thank you very much, Jason.
Okay. Okay, do you see the headline? Yeah, the headline? Here it is. There's not a lot more to say. It's a video gone viral. It has a dog, a giant water balloon, and a slow motion camera. Bark. Yep, that's it. Thank you very much for watching. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new show of The Tube. You could log on to our website, i24news.tv. We'll be there as well. Bye.